I have something to share, but like before going with that part, I just like to interact with some of the people there. So can you just speak out anywhere here, or like open your camera, or like just have a conversation like from where you are? Anyone like Saksham, Simran, Priyanshu, Vaishvi, Mayank are like, are you people able to listen my voice? Hey Shiv, can you just speak out like from where you are? You just entered the meeting.
Yeah, hey Ash, I am from GDSC MSIT.
Okay.
I am the cloud head and the DevOps side at GDSC MSIT.
Okay. So like this, other people can give their introduction just for like starting with the conversation part. Anyone from you? Tushar, Devagya, Arman, Mridul, anyone? Okay, I share my screen. So as you can see, there are like 17 goals which are like given by the Google, but I'm not going with the part like explaining all these SDGs. All the folks already know about it. So like the one thing which I want to specify here is like, see, there are like 17 SDG goals, and like most of the people, if you are working on a projects, you are like going with the part of the good health and well-being, or like no poverty issue, or the quality education. But like what I saw the last year is like most of the students, even like the participants who are there, they have only like categorized themselves only onto the two or three categories. And like there was a very, I can say, a huge competition, or I would say like most of the folks are working on a single type of the problem only. Even like we have, like I also say I have chosen the problem good health and well-being. But like what I saw is there are some of the few folks who got selected in the top 50. They don't have created very like exceptional product or something which is very innovative, but the quality of their, like they have chosen something category which have not been taken by anyone, and that's something which differentiated the product also. Like for example, the 16th, peace, justice and strong institutions. I think I haven't seen any project ever on this category, or like the 15th category, or even like the 14th. 14, there are some, like I just say before, in the 2021 there was a project got the win in the 14th category only. But like there are, like as you can see, 7 to 8 categories which never been taken by any of the student. And if you're planning to move on with the project, I would suggest you to like go with the try to go with the category just for a fun, or even like you find out like a problem, try to go on to a category which is not taken by anyone, because it also give you a differentiation factor. And see, like there are a large scale of the like projects are coming there. I hope so. Like more than 1,000 people like submit their projects, and see, like there are just only like 10 to 15 people who are judging you, and they are not going to depth about each project, like what you have, what UI you have taken, what, like they just see your videos, and if you like make something which will be an interesting part for them, they will definitely dive into it. So I would suggest like try to find a category which is something which creates a differentiation in the starting part only, because like when even like when you submit your video for a 2 minute part, most of the time we have to in the first part only like the category which we have chosen. And if we say like we have chosen the category good health and well-being, and the next part is about like something related to a social issue or the education part, they will not move on or they will not go deep dive in, because they thought like yeah, that's the same issue which most of the people are going on. So it's not something you have created something exceptional, or you are trying to solve a problem which is something different. So that's part for the SDG goal. Now move to the next part. So what I saw is like even in the previous sessions also, the students or the folks ask the question is like how to identify the problem. Basically, they try to find out the problem, which is something like creating a very large impact, or like they thought like we have to find something which is very innovative or something which is very original or which haven't been think by anyone. But I guess it's not possible in a early, even like you also feel we all go with the same ideas and the same part only. The but when you submit the solution, they don't like they don't want you to like find a problem which is like which not being taken anyone by seriously. They want something which you're solving even in your college only. Like for example, you are most of the folks are representing GDSC MSIT, you are from the college, and like there are many issues like even the gender issues, or even like the application format, or even the technology part. If you solve just a very little problem in your college only, and they will going to like try to deep dive in why are you like looking. So when you submit the solution, they ask you for like 7 to 8 essay type questions. Basically, they ask you like uh, how did you find this as a problem, why do you think it's a problem. And like when you just state like yeah, it's a issue which is going all over the world, they will not take it seriously. You Because even in like if you take the motto of the GDSC, they have
Hi Harsh,
created
I
a
guess you are not audible.
You audible, Harsh. I'm sorry. In technical error, we were I couldn't introduce you.
yes. So like am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I don't even also thought that our project will going to be a 50. We are just trying to find a problem and thought like why not just create a solution and update in our resume in the project part only. We haven't thought to go to that extent and going to for submitting a Google form. Like what are the steps taken by even by the government or even by any other clubs or society to solve this problem. Even like from the college institutes, like why the college institute haven't solved this problem till now, and like try to find a unique solution of it, like why this problem is still occurring there and why people are not curing it. Like in the later stage I'll tell you like what the solution uniqueness we have created from our solution. But now just try we are moving to the next part. So it's now just to the solution part. So when you're like trying now, what we have done is like when you're just thinking about a solution challenge, you have find the problem. Now the next part comes, it's like how to solve it. Even in my I found people asking the very pretty common questions is like how do we solve the problem. Like they are creating an application, they are creating a website, they are creating IoT devices to solve the problem. But like and still they are thinking their solution is not feasible. See, when you are creating a like solving a problem, if for and even like you're submitting it for a Google solution challenge, you don't need to like in the starting of the like in the submission period, you don't have to be like 100% accurate with your product basically. And it's true, like even when me and my team are going with the project, we have also some of the bugs and some of the issues which are there, and even with the other people, other folks who have participated there. So in the first stage only, they don't want you to create an 100% or a 95% accurate solution which will just rid of the problem. They just want to find out what are the initial steps which you have taken. So if for example, if you are creating an application only, and just I would take the example of like authentication system or attendance basically for your college only. So you don't need to be like it just it should be used by right now from a large scale of the all the peoples are using it. It should have an Play Store version downloaded by more than 500 students. It should not be go to that far stage. It's just like you have to make it in a prototype way, with not like to be a very good UI or something, but it's something which is like giving them an idea or a perception what you have trying to create out. Because like after the first stage to the second stage, they give you a time period of like I guess 2 months, and you get a chance to meet up with more than like 30 or 50 plus mentors from the Google itself. And these Google mentors are not just like a software in SD1 SD2. They are just basically the tech lead, the person who are just directly going and developing these applications which we are seeing on everyday part basis. Even like if I shared them during my mentor phases, got met some of the people who are just directly working on Google apps or like the Google Meet part only. They're in the team that they are a part of those teams basically who have created these applications. And you can even like talk to them. They also help you out in the later stages. Next part is go with the like feasibility study, is like whether the solution is practically feasible or not. So many of time like what happen is people like try to create we you have given a problem and you try and you are also given a solution, but what happens is most of the time people cannot correlate with that part. You have created a solution which is fantastic, but like it's not solving the problem. It's have a very good UI, it's a very good application, but still it's not solving the problem. So try to focus more on the feasible part rather than like going with the part how your app is going to look out. It just need to be like whether it's solving the problem, solving the issue or not. And just like the third part now I like to move to this the market research. So see, we all like most of the students are here also they're developing the applications, and we all know if we know the process we can create the application in a very small time. It doesn't require to create a prototype a month or like a 2 months part, but the most time which is going to be taken by every team mates is the market research part. See, like even when I have decided to create a product called the Anxiety, it's basically solving the anxiety of the users. What I've done is I've downloaded the all the versions of the free and the premium versions which are provided to solve the anxiety, and like try to use that application for 2 or 3 days, and even give the access to my teammates also to try out to find out like what is the pretty common features they are presenting out, and to like what are the lookouts which we should can take, or like what are the uniqueness those applications are creating out. Even like some of the few folks are here have thought heard about the application Calm. So it's something which is have a paid subscription, but still it's used by more than like I guess a million user, I guess. They have a very good user base. So we find out like yeah, there are some of the pretty like common part which we can take out from them. uh, just a second. uh,
Till the time, if anyone has any doubt, like the 10th slide, if they can, like if they want to ask anything, they can unmute themselves or drop it in the chat. Any strategies you want to like ask from Harsh, he'll help you out in that as well.
yeah, if anyone is having any doubt, you can just put in the chat, and in the last slide I have a part of the clearing the doubt part where we can have the discussion about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like to move forward. So the next part which I like to discuss is the uniqueness. So like see, as I have also said, like we have created the application in Zyli. So you all know like if I just ask you what are the pretty common things which you find out to solve the anxiety, for to solve the anxiety, people say meditation, good health, the exercises which you have to do, a good health diet, or basically I would say nature sounds, or uh, the last part is the medication only, or even like you can talk to the counselor. These are the pretty common features, but like for the uniqueness part we have to find something, and that's why like we directly move to the people only. During the to just for the market research only, we have conducted a survey in the college itself only. We have like given the Google forms, and go to each of the classes of our like college, talk to like taken up the sessions and like noted the survey of 500 plus students, and then find out like there are some unique solutions which we can use in our application, which I like later tell you in the end of the session. Fifth part is the user interface. So people like in the starting in the submission also they have a doubt that their UI should be very smooth or a very lucrative to like to have a very eye-catching feature for the person who are judging you. But I would seriously say don't give your so much time on like developing the application. Give more and more time on finding the proper problem and finding the proper solution. See the creative the like they are not basically finding a best UI designer or a best like they are not here for looking out for a job candidate. They are here for the person who are really interested in solving a problem. So don't give like give a more time on developing your application on the basis of the UI or even like its productivity. Try to move forward with the part like how the research you have conducted or not. The next part is the like to move to the user feedback. So see when you have created a solution, uh, like it's if it's created by your team have like conducted a research and they know like yeah it's good a solution and like it's have the proper part which can also help or enhance or to like to stop the problem arising. But the people like even our batchmates only they don't know about it. So the best part is when you have created your application even in your like a beta version or even like it's just in a Google form stage or in like a question answer format only, just go out, ask to the people to give their feedback. Because see when a unknown person give you the feedback, it's the best part which you can attach to your solution. And even like if you don't know about it or not, there is a part in the submission part only. There was a question which I remember, like what are the feedbacks which you have gained from the people who have shared your application, and how you have like like how you have solved those the questions which are or the problems which are faced by the users, how you have solved them during after their feedback. So there are two essay type questions in your submission part only. So please remember these parts. See like I would say the first part they are going to be judged. Even like when I talked with the mentor only, they say like they are more looking to the part of the content what you have put it in your in the essay and the video part. In the last rate they go with the GitHub part, basically like how you have created the solution. Because see even like they also know they are like GitHub they don't have a proper like thinking. See that they are created by the four members only or they have like done they have taken the help or not, but the research part is something which they give the more focus and they think that's done by the team only. So as you can see like even I guess most of the few folks I have know already about it. So they give you the
Yeah, Harsh, this was discussed in the previous session. Like I had been like they had sent me some brochure regarding this, like some slides. So I have like
yeah,
explained each and every point in detail regarding this.
yeah, okay. So I just
You
finished.
can skip these slides. Yeah.
Yeah. So just to say for this part only, like don't ignore the part of the impact. As you can also see from here, like they are giving a 25 point, half of the point to the impact part and half of the point to the technology part. As I've already stated earlier, give more in the first submission phase, more focused on the idea and the like the research which you have done and the like how you have like solve or how you solve your application after your feedback or from the like is there evidence of what the team learned and how the solutions were iterated upon based on your user feedback. I guess this is the feedback from user testing and iteration, the fifth point. So I just like to move to the next slide. So this is like how we built. I guess if the sound will be played out.
The name of the application.
The video is audible.
Yes.
Yeah.
solution is anxiety, and we are trying to solve the third UN goal, which is good health and well being. But this time, we decided to do it differently. Instead of sitting in the classroom, we decided to go out and talk to students, to hundreds of students, to listen to what they have to offer, the stories about how they face anxieties and how they conquered it. And throughout the process, we met a lot of amazing people. We learned a lot, and the most important part was that we enjoyed and had an amazing summer. But we didn't stop there. We took surveys where we got more than 500 responses. We took that information, created an NLP parser, and finally figured out the causes and the solution for anxieties. We put them into this anxiety app. Authentication is powered by Firebase for a frictionless sign up. Once the user sign up, we ask them how they're feeling. If the user is feeling great, we ask them what's so happy today, so that we can remind them later. If they're not feeling great, we show this CBT ABT approved test that we created. Based on this test, if the user is having high anxiety levels, we show them these communities which are 24/7 there to help them. If the level of anxiety is medium, we show them breathing exercises. These breathing exercises help them to calm during the state of a panic attack. If the anxiety levels are low, we show the user these nature sound. Nature sound help them to calm down and feel better. They always help and they are beautiful. Now, if the user wants something else, they can go to the dashboard into the inspiring stories which help them increase their self confidence. The user can also go to the meditation section, which helps them to lower their blood pressure, which increases during the time of anxieties. From the dashboard, the user can go into the account section where they can check out their happy streaks. They can check the most common reason of them being anxious and they can improve it.
Harsh, there's a doubt in the chat. What
Yeah.
is the benefits of this challenge, like particularly solution challenge, and what is the benefits of this channel also?
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, so what is the benefits of this challenge also, and what is the benefit? Yeah, okay. So see, Kunal, like when I also like taken part up in the Google solution, I also didn't thought like we are going to be selected in the part of it being selected in the top 50. See, it's not, I would say, in the part like as a Google stated, you get a chance or a startup part, it's something which is like different. But the acceptance and like something in your resume which is something which is very highlighted. Like I am in my final year only, and in the interviews there is a very pretty common question. If I guess if there is anyone from the final year, they have also find out. uh, Interviewer always ask a question like what are the project are you working on, like what is the challenges you have faced out, or like do you have any experience of team building or work in a team, or do you have created any project which is solving a problem. And if you like create a problem for, it's not, I'm not saying like just go on, just create a problem basically, like just create a project to be a part to like to be selected as a like top 50 or top 100 in the Google solution challenge. Try to create it for your own experience only, because see the experience which you have learned during the creation of the project only na, it will going to help you even in your placements or even in the future part also, because like these work as a memory for you, because like these are the pretty common questions which even asked by the startup placements also, and even in the like MNCs also. So it helped me a lot to like to come out and to like to have something which is very different from the people who are there. Like they also find something unique in your resume and they try to like explore out why you have like stated the statement, and then you can give a like a 10 to 15 minute discussion about it. And it's also help out, like it's act as an achievement for even in your college also. So that's my answer, Kunal. Any other doubts? Like I would like, is there anyone who have any doubts regarding anything, solution challenge or something else?
Okay, I just wanted to ask you. We got a little late in starting our the sessions around solution challenge because we had our exams, in the month of February. So, will they be able to catch up in these last 15 to 17 days? Will they be able to build something? Because initially I participated, like the previous year I participated, and we got to submit half of the project we wanted to. It was just the case that whatever you have built, submit that. Sometimes you get some points on the idea basis as well. So any guidance through this?
See, like, uh, if you are like wanted, see, I would say like you don't have to even give like a 15-day or 16-day for the problem only. It's just something, it's like a reading a newspaper part only. For example, see, the part when we have developed the application, even like when we have submitted, there are like multiple bugs. I would say like truly to you all, everyone, yeah. It have contained some of the bugs which in that part the application will not work when we have submitted, because see, like in the last stage we also know we have like we have a thought we will do this and this part, and in the last part we just like messed up all. But like it's not, they're not going to judge you on the technology part. They are something which are, I would say, if you have like 15 to 17 days and the exams are going on, try to give more focus on the essay part. And it's something which you don't have to require a lot of time. Like it's just like when you are in a free time, just take up your phone out and like try to research about the problem and like what are the solutions which the people are like going through, and like try to put those research part in your the essay solutions, so they will look out like, yeah, you have given some specific time, you try to find out something different. It's not something like you have, see, in the last part when you submit, there is a very high chance that your product will mess out, or you don't have that particularly like the first idea which you have thought in your, like when you are just have the idea and then in implementing, see, the idea and implementing both are very different. So I would say try to more focus on the essay part if you have your studies going on, and try to build a very simple solution, not very good UI, but it's just something which is relating to the problem and also solving a very little part of it, or just give them a slide view of like what you're going to do in the future. Because I think there was a question also there, like what are the steps which you are going to trying to take part in the future also, so it will help out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other doubts from anyone? Okay, Ravi has no doubts. Abhishek, do you have any doubts? Like, I have seen you asking something around solution challenge, so you might be building something.
No, I don't have.
I think that was enough. They are having no doubts. They can ping you on any of your socials if you can drop
Yeah,
that in the chat.
yeah, they, if they want they can like ping me up in the LinkedIn
Also,
part.
I wanted to ask you, the video you just played was your submission video.
Yes, that's a submission video.
Link to that would be very favorable. Like,
Yes.
they'll get to know how to submit that.
Yeah, definitely. Just a second.
Okay, so I guess we can move towards our closing remarks. I hope I am audible.
Yes, you're audible, Ashika.
All right, so I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you joining us today for this session on Google Solution Challenge 2023. We had Harsh Agarwal with us, who is one of the top 50 finalists of previous year. Very grateful for of you to joining us today, Harsh sir. We apologize. We also apologize for the initial technical difficulties that we faced, but we are glad that we have resolved them soon. We hope you have found the session informative and engaging. Once again, thank you everyone for joining us today. We hope to see you again in next future session. Thank you so much for everyone for joining.
Yeah, it's great to have to meet you all. Thank you,
Thank
Kaka.
you, Harsh. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for joining in.